Nagesh Tomte, and today's video topic is Introduction to String. What is string in programming? A string is typically a series of computer science instructions, whether as literal constant or as some variables. The latter may be able to evolve its components and adjust the duration, or it could be set. A string is generally acknowledged as an information form. It is often represented as a byte range information structure that uses some characters encoding to preserve a series of components, usually letters. The sequence can also designate as more generalized array or other forms and arrangements of sequence information. A variable is defined as a sequence that may either cause immediate space to be permanently assigned to a fixed maximum size, or implement an active dynamic allocation to contain a dynamic number of elements depending on the programming language and correct information type usually. When a sequence explicitly occurs in the code, it is classified as a specific string or an invisible string. A string is a finite series of symbols selected from a structure known as an alphabet in mathematical expression used in mathematical logic and conceptual computer science. String data types. A data type string is a data type molded on a structured sequence concept. Strings are a data form that is so effective and necessary that they are introduced in almost every computer programming language. They are accessible as a primitive data types in a specific languages and synthetic varieties in others. The structure of so many high-level programming languages enables an occurrence of a string data types to be interpreted by a string typically referenced in certain manner, such as meta string is called as a symbolic or string length. Let me discuss the string length. While structured strings may have an absolute fixed length, they often restrict string size to an imaginary maximum in specific language. Besides, there are two kinds of strings data types: strings of a specified length that have a defined maximum size to be calculated at the time of compilation, and which use a similar amount of storage space, whether or not this maximum is required; and strings of variable size width, which do not have a arbitrary finite size, and which might be using different amount of storage at runtime based on the exact parameters. Thank you, friends.